Williams' explosive interview with Shannon Sharpe on the Club Shape podcast has become the talk of the town, shaking up Hollywood like never before. In this nearly 3-hour conversation, Williams did not hold back delivering scathing critiques of several big names.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong.
In the entertainment industry, he claimed that everything would be exposed heavily, implying, though these are allegations, that Lucian Graham was involved in controlling certain figures in the industry, specifically mentioning his influence over Diddy. According to Williams, Grange is aware of certain parties and events positioning Diddy as a thug and gangster working on Jer's behalf.
So Cat Williams said it. The lawsuit started coming out right after he said it, and he said all would be exposed. He heavily implied, and this is again an allegation, that Lucian Grange was having some sort of a homosexual relationship with Diddy. So he is the person that controls Diddy, that Lucian Grange was aware of these parties, that Universal Music Group was aware of these parties, essentially that Diddy is the thug and the gangster working on behalf of Lucian Grange.
This recent appearance on Shannon Sharpe's podcast has sparked significant controversy, amassing over 40 million views in less than a week.
That's exactly why I tell you guys, if your strategy is for you to monetize your accounts with a lot of followers, then you want to make sure that you're posting at least 3 to 6 times a day, especially on platforms where you're posting short form content. When I say short form content, I mean content that is less than 60 seconds. So that's what I consider short form. Now, it can be 6 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, anything up to that 60-minute mark. I have chosen to create content that is specifically over the 60 seconds because I know for the monetization platforms, your video needs to be more than a minute. So that's why I create these types of videos for you guys, because I want you guys to see other content creators who are out here killing it. And I mean making money on their accounts, right? They're making more than a full-time income. They're making about 4 to 5 people's full-time incomes with social media, just posting videos. Okay? So as you start to look at yourself as an entertainer, an educator, someone who is using a video medium in order to either educate or to entertain, and you really take this stuff seriously, you can make a ton of money and monetize your content. But you have to be serious about your posting schedule and stay on top of it and create good content.
During the interview, Williams made several bold statements about other comedians, including Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, and Cedric the Entertainer. He criticized them for allegedly compromising their personal standards for career opportunities and contracting Ted in their choices with his own refusal to accept certain roles and compromising situations.
Hey, you might as well stop fucking trying. Oprah Winfrey done made $9 billion goddamn dollars, and motherfuckers still be talking shit about Oprah with you should be able to kill a motherfucker just by saying 9 billion in their direction. Just 9 billion, nigga, 9 billion. You better duck, nigga, 9 billion. Did you hear the billion? Oprah done every fucking thing good you could possibly do, and motherfucker still talks, nigga, fuck her, nigga, she don't like hip-hop. Nigga, fuck hip-hop, I don't like flute music. It didn't make me $9 billion goddamn dollars. Oprah done every fucking nice thing there was to do. Fuck me. At the end of my show, I say thank you and good night. At the end of Oprah's show, you stand up. She done put a muffin basket under your seat, 2 best-selling novels, put 3 of your kids through college without your permission and shit. Well, Oprah's in tune with her star fucking player. She know you think her name ugly.
Williams accused these comedians of sacrificing their integrity for career advancements, specifically suggesting that Kevin Hart accepted roles that Williams himself had turned down due to their content, implying that Hart lacked the same level of integrity.
But if you remember, he said it. He said, this is going to put you in another dimension.
He definitely did.
He said,
but my mama said, boy, there's power in the tongue.
yes. He said, he told me, and my guy Jordan is over there, he said, now they're going to come for you. I said, can't come for me for what? I didn't say anything.
Right.
He said, they're going to come. And they're going to say a lot of different things. And they're going to be some people that you thought you might be able to get that they're not going to come now.
However, Shannon Sharpe's handling of the interview has also come under intense scrutiny. Critics have argued that Sharpe should have challenged Williams' statements more rigorously.
You watch us or you listen to us. I'm a conversationalist.
Me too.
If you want hard hitting, that's 60 minutes. That's Dateline. That's 48 hours. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to open up the floor. I'm not going to cut the guest off. A lot of times, people that have platforms like this, they like to hear their voice. When people watch, when they turn on and they listen and they watch or they listen to Club Shay Shay, they want to hear my guest voice. So my job is to get out of the way. P-Mac, I had to make a split-second decision because when he came on, he was already on one. If you remember, he was doing this. So I already knew because he were talking, and I was like, okay, let's get him mic'd up.
How long you talked to him before?
We talked, he got there early. So that's why I lost track of time. Because normally when they said, okay, we're going at noon.
Sharpe defended his approach, stating that his intention was to provide a platform for his guests to speak freely and share their unfiltered perspectives. Sharpe clarified that he does not see himself as a journalist, but rather as an entertainer whose goal is to facilitate open and honest conversations with celebrities and athletes.
Shannon Sharpe says after Cat Williams, guests won't come on his show.
He said, now they're going to come for you. I said, can't come for me for what? I didn't say anything. He said, they're going to come. And they're going to say a lot of different things. And they're going to be some people that you thought you might be able to get that they're not going to come now. And that's absolutely has happened. That's absolutely has happened. They were so excited. Thanks for reaching out. We can't wait to sit down. And a day later, they can't do it. No call. They won't follow. So for the song. You know, I had Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey did 8 million views. I had Coach Prime. I've had a lot of comedians. Right. And some of the comedians had taken shots at other comedians, but nothing like this. I didn't expect the vitriol. When you play sports, you understand that Atlanta fans, even though you're from Atlanta, they're going to have a little resentment towards you because you beating their team. I got that. But in this situation, I can honestly say I did not expect the level of vitriol.
From the outset, Shannon Sharpe knew that having Cat Williams on his podcast was going to be a game changer. Williams, known for his no-holds-barred comedy and fearless commentary, came prepared having meticulously studied Sharpe's previous interviews.
In our position to do what you and I do, they want to hear their voice instead of the guest. Well, I can go home and hear myself talk if I wanted to, if that's what I wanted to hear. I think for the most part that people tune in to watch my pod because they want to hear what the guests have to say. I let the guests speak. People say, well, you push back on Amanda Seales.
Sharpe acknowledged this saying he was well aware that Williams had a lot to say and that the comedian was ready to make some headlines. I knew Cat had a lot on his mind and that he was going to speak freely. Sharpe noted setting the stage for an explosive dialogue.
He had studied every interview that I had done, conversation I had, he had studied. Because a lot of things that we didn't mention on the show, he was talking about it but if you notice, he was like, he was doing that, he did this a lot. So his recall, everything that somebody had said that he had a question, it didn't happen like that.
Kevin Hart, one of Williams' primary targets, responded with humor, advising Williams to let go of his anger and promoting his upcoming film Lift. In the process, the fallout from the interview saw a mixed response from the public and the industry. While some applauded Williams for his candor, others criticized him for seemingly attacking his peers without provocation.
I said it, this sums it up well. Like you don't entertain the circus, you watch it, right? And when a lion comes out and rides the bike, you don't think about it too hard. You just go, okay, that's crazy. The lion's riding a bike. And then you go home and enjoy the rest of your day. I don't feed into the stuff at all. At the end of the day, it's all entertainment to a certain degree. So you just hope that people can be smart enough and have a tremendous amount of logic to just go and possibly do research or fact check. And if they do, then great. If they don't, then kudos to that as well. I just don't have the time for it. There's too much going on.
Williams made several incendiary comments about Diddy, claiming that he had to protect his integrity by declining invitations to Diddy's parties, insinuating that these events involved inappropriate activities. He stated, "I got to protect my integrity and that virgin."
They were so excited. Thanks for reaching out. We can't wait to sit down. And a day later, they can't do it, and then no call, they won't follow, so forth and so on. So I understand what comes along with an interview like that. Did I expect it? No. Did I expect all the negativity that came along? Because, I had Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey did 8 million views, had Coach Prime, I've had a lot of comedians.
Williams' remarks suggested that Diddy's parties were not just social gatherings, but involved more serious questionable behavior, which Williams refused to be a part of. These incendiary remarks about various comedians and entertainers made by Cat Williams led to a massive backlash. Williams warned sharply that the content of their discussion might deter future guests from appearing on the podcast due to its controversial nature.
Now, they're going to come for you. I said, can't come for me for what? I didn't say anything.
Right.
He said, they're going to come, and they're going to say a lot of different things, and they're going to be some people that you thought you might be able to get that they're not going to come now. That's absolutely has happened. They were so excited. Thanks for reaching out. We can't wait to sit down. A day later, they can't do it, and then no call, they won't follow, so forth.
The explosive conversation of Cat Williams candidly criticizing various prominent figures made the podcast go viral, amassing over 50 million views within just 2 weeks. His forthright comments triggered widespread reactions, generating memes, response videos, and even a parody on Saturday Night Live.
I remember getting up, and I turn back and I look at my Cat, and I look at my producer, and he's shaking his head. I'm like, oh man, we done messed up. So I'm like, what did I say?
Yeah.
Did I say something? Did he like, this is gonna be the talk of 24.
No way.
I'm like, you think so? He's like, Chef. And he's looking at me just like I'm looking at you, Cam. He's like, Chef, this is gonna be viral for the whole year. I said, come.
Shannon Sharpe revealed that he made a significant amount of money from his viral interview with Cat Williams on the Club Shay podcast during an episode of his other podcast, Nightcap, with co-host Chad Johnson. Sharpe mentioned that he made more from the single interview than any year he played in the NFL. Oh, did you hear what I was saying? Thank you, Cat. Some internet sleuths have done the calculations based on Sharpe's hints and concluded that he may have earned more than $5 million from this single podcast episode.
Apparently made over $5 million from the Cat Williams interview. And not to pocket watch another man, but this is incredible. Said he made more from that one interview than he did any year of playing in the NFL. And bro made some bank in the NFL. The most he ever made, 2000 with the Ravens, $5 million in a season. And I know he probably made money from like Spotify, TikTok, YouTube. But the YouTube video itself got 62 million views, huge numbers. And in the content world, huge numbers pay. So it looks like from this 62 million YouTube, obviously a lot of Spotify and stuff as well. This was a $5 million video.
Sharpe hinted at his substantial payday by saying, whatever you think, I made triple it. This statement suggests that his earnings were at least 3 times higher than any speculated amount. For example, if someone thought he made $2 million, he implied he actually made $6 million. This comment highlights the extraordinary financial success he achieved from the interview, underscoring the substantial impact and revenue generated from its viral popularity.
At one point, the video was getting 260,000 views per hour. And if we were to break that down just for fun, 260,000 divided by 1,000 views is 260. Then we multiply that by the $12 per 1,000 views that Shannon Sharpe got paid. At one point, he was making over $3,000 an hour.
That is it for today. Stay tuned until next time.